The fog pouring across the Golden Gate Bridge and into the Bay Area tonight. We're just about set for action. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. We'll take a look at the Pistons. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season.
And checking out Detroit, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. A couple teams now, Doris, slumping here in the middle of the season. How can they avoid lengthy cold streaks, absence of wind?
Yeah, I think this is where veteran leadership can become such an integral part of the success over the course of a long season. This is the point when you start to lose games, you can sort of break apart and splinter, and that is where that veteran leadership in the locker room, just to keep everybody unified, can be so critical.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Kennard is out there with Rose. Then it's John Henson. And there's Griffin. And it's Mikhailuk in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, Green down low with Looney. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And that one's good. Griffin's got the first point up on the board tonight here for Detroit. Curry against Rose. Over in the corner, Green. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Griffin. In the corner, Kennard with it. Good D by Thompson. On the wing, Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, elite quickness, the power finish, that is beautiful.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Rose surveying the D. The pass to Kennard. To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
That free throw good from Griffin.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Both shots good from the stripe. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Pass to Rose. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
Yeah, rough outing for their offense. You saw a spark here and there, but their main scorers just couldn't stay hot.
Now Henson after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Henson the pass to McKaylu. From deep, Rose. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Rose.
And guys, in the past 10 games, he's stepped up his role in the offense in a big way. His usage rate has increased. He's finishing off a lot of possessions. And that's just how this team wants it.
Curry against Rose. Back to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. And the Warriors miss again.
Not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's McKaylu, covered by Wiggins. Curry against Rose. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Rose. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Now here's Rose. Pass to Kennard. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking to take control of this one early. And when you have more talent, you want to keep the other guys from gaining any confidence.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And everyone loves to talk about Curry's offense, but he does enough doors to hold his own on the defensive end as well.
Listen, Kevin, we know that opposing teams target Steph Curry on the defensive end. What you love about Curry is his quick hands allow him to come up with steals. His competitive nature makes him bulldogish enough that he's going to stick with a player and try to bother their shot.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 4th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite, and stolen by Wiggins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background when his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really for Andrew Wiggins about finding a measure of consistency.
First free throw is good.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Feeds to Green. Shoots over Griffin. And it's Green missing.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's McKaylu, covered by Wiggins. Pass to Kennard, stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Fires it up. And the Warriors miss again. And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. Trailing by 2. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought, Greg, they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Poked loose. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry's got the ball. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. MyLeague passes to Kennard. The pass to Henson. The baseline J. Green with the rebound. Warriors leading by 5. Wiggins drives in. And Wiggins throws it down.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
Here's Rose. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The dish to Henson. Pass to Kennard. The kick out to Rose. Shot clock at 2. Three-pointer. And that one is off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Wood, he's checked in for Detroit. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. The Warriors, 4th.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Warriors on D. And here's Rose. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Curry's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Rose. Wiggins outside. Score it. His third basket in 3 tries.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Pistons trail by 14. Rose passes to Griffin. Looking to end the run. Here's Henson. And Looney sends it back. Now here's Curry. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. Rebound, Detroit.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Pistons trail by 14. Bounce pass from Rose. Here's Wood. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That one good for 2. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And there's the feed to Thompson. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
Griffin's shot is off. And here's Golden State. They're on a 20-6 run. Green, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Rose. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
Chris throws it down.
Well, first of all, that's a great pass. But how about Chris with the vertical assault on the rim?
Here is Rose. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Boy, don't you love how Derrick Rose resurrected his career last season. What a surprise and a bright spot for the T-Wolves. He looked like a completely rejuvenated player.
The free throw drops for Rose.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
The Pistons making a change here. Doomboy is checked in. That one misses.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Bowman passes to Wiggins. Here's Poole. And here's Chris. He's covered by Brown. 6 to shoot. Chris in the post. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Pistons trail by 17. Doomboy with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Out to the wing. Left side Rose. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Bowman. He's covered by Rose. Here's Wiggins. Doomboy pulls it in. The Pistons shooting down around 24%. Obviously, they've struggled. Chris with the rebound.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Here's Brown. Warriors with the rebound. Bowman. He's covered by Brown. 1:06 left in the first quarter. Shoots the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. That shot is off. Warriors leading by 15. Here's Pat. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
And Detroit has possession. Brown outside. Maker kicks to Rose. The kick out to Brown. Shoots a 3. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And taken away by Brown. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And the jam by Doumbouya.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
Wiggins outside. To the left side wing. Here's Poole. That one falls.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Doumbouya. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for the Golden State Warriors. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. All the great Golden State Warrior scores. Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys needs to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
They've got Andrew Wiggins. Also, Marquise Chris is out there. And it's Pascal in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now, here's Maker. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. And Chris throws it down.
How exciting is this kid? One of the more athletic front court players you'll find in the NBA. Marquise Chris doing work.
Pistons trailed by 19. Now Brown still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here is Maker. He kicks to Snell. 5 to shoot. Tipped away from deep three-point range. No good. Warriors leading by 19. Chris pass to Wiggins. No good on the triple.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes to Maker. The Pistons working the ball around now. Wood kicks to Doumbouya. Over Wiggins. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
It's good from long range. Wiggins has got 11 points. No doubt passing is a premium for this team game of the NBA. We love the individual star power, but it is a team game. Are there any playmakers out there that don't get, Doris, you think, enough credit for all that they do for their team?
Well, the first guy that comes to mind is a man that Steve Kerr described as probably the smartest single basketball player he has ever been around, and that's Andre Iguodala. The numbers in terms of his scoring, obviously not eye-popping, but his incredible defense and then his elite passing skills have been so critical to so many championship teams.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Pistons. Now, here's Maker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
First free throw is good, and the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Warriors leading by 20. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Snell. Maker kicks to Snell. Lets it go from deep. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Look at Griffin. He's not too far away from a spot in the starting 5. A lot of votes have been coming his way.
And even if he doesn't get the fan votes he needs to become a starter, you have to believe he'll be a part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Looney's checked in for the Warriors.
I think Wiggins will always be remembered in that monster trade for Kevin Love a while ago. You don't see many trades like that in the NBA.
Here's Mikhailuk. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Henson the pass to Doumbouya. It's blocked. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Basket counts. Curry's got his 2nd basket.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the 2nd. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the 2nd quarter of play. Here's Mikhailuk. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kennard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Warriors leading by 23. Curry with it. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Here's Wiggins. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So it's the Pistons now. Here's Mikhailuk. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Detroit with the ball. The Warriors making the shot. Now, Doumbouya. 9-point game his last outing. 5 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Henson's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Poole gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Pistons. Here's Snell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the pass to Griffin. 20 feet out. But they'll get another chance. Here's Snell. Dishes to Henson. Just 4 to shoot. Second chance shot. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Clock at 2. Kennard's shot is off. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 16-6 run. Looney with the bucket. Looney's got his first 2 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
I don't think it's possible to overstate just how revolutionary a player Steph Curry is because of the way he has changed the spacing on the floor. Never before have we seen a player who shape-shifts a defense like Steph does. And that is because once he crosses half court, you better guard him.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in, and Detroit with a change here too. Rose is checked in. He hits the second from the line. And with the way, Doris, defenses have to adjust for Curry, it just leaves so much more space for the rest of the team.
I think coaches, Kevin, because of Steph Curry's presence, they have got to change their defensive schemes, account for spaces on the floor that traditionally you would have to account for. That puts Steph Curry in a class of his own. You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Pass to Looney. Over to the left wing. Poole. Another 3 for Golden State.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And here's Rose. Pass to Mikhailuk. To the middle. Here's Griffin. That shot no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Here's Poole. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
And it's Rose with the ball for Detroit. Passes it to Mikhailuk. Now here's Henson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Outside Rose. Shoots over Curry. Rose, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Come on now, this guy is more than just a great shooter. Klay Thompson, really good feel for the offense.
Rose with the ball. The pass to Griffin. Shot to stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got his 4th rebound in this one. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 9.
Boy, showing off his versatility. Klay Thompson attacking the interior of this defense.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Pistons shooting only 21% from the field so far. Here's Rose. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9.
Yeah, he's still showing flashes of that incredible athleticism. Rose is a force attacking the lane.
Pass to Looney. Doubled by Henson. Curry finds Thompson. Looney. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Looney's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Now, here's Thompson. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
You simply cannot relax when you're playing Klay Thompson. The catch and shoot, the release too quick.
Thompson's gone a perfect 2 of 2 from the arc. Rose dishes to Henson. Pass to Kennard. On the clock. Back to Henson. Passes it to MyLeague. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Thompson misses. Left side, Griffin. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Griffin's got 11 points.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Curry against Rose. Curry looking around. The Warriors have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
.106 left here in the second. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bowman. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
No good on the free throw.
And there are only a handful of players who can create excitement just by being on the floor, and Griffin is one of them.
So he comes up empty at the line.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage finish tells you all you need to know.
How easy is it to appreciate the intensity with which Draymond Green plays? Go ahead with power, sir.
There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Brown against Thompson. Brown drives in. Chris with the rebound.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Bowman. He's covered by Brown. Thompson against Rose. This one for three. Rebound by the Pistons. Here's Griffin. Good D by Thompson. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the
Your
folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Andrew Wiggins was the man in the first. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
His fingerprints were all over this, involving his guys with his passes, finding different ways to take advantage of the defense.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Golden State's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. On the floor for Detroit, Griffin is out there with John Henson. Then it's Rose, and it's Kennard in a shooting guard. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pistons shooting only 21% from the field so far. Rose passes to MyLeague. Here's Henson, guarded by Green. Now Henson. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Griffin.
Well, Wiggins' raw athleticism is going to make him versatile enough to guard a number of positions.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, simply stated, Draymond Green is an elite defender, one of the best in the game. But what's incredible to me is that he's able to accomplish everything he does on that end of the floor while being undersized in almost every one of his matchups.
That free throw, no good. And I know a lot of fans will wonder why centers just don't shoot over Draymond Green. Well, Doris, as you know, it's not that simple.
You're right, Kevin. Draymond, it's his competitive spirit. It's his willingness to hold his ground on the block, and it is very difficult to score on him. Why? Well, great length, great anticipation. This guy is flat out competitive and wants to challenge anyone, anywhere.
They get it back, but he recovers it. Here's Rose. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Griffin with the steal. There's the pass to Mikhailuk. Pass to Kennard. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. Now on the night.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Now here's Wiggins. 16 points for him.
No, really smooth. Andrew Wiggins with a terrific mid-range game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Rose. Offensive rebound. Here's Griffin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Griffin's got 13.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Rose against Curry. Wiggins outside. Pass to Thompson. The 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 11 rebounds in the game. Kennard's shot is off. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. And the basket by Rose.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Here's Looney. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Looney's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Rose finds Henson. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. So both teams changing it up here. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Thompson. Passes it to Looney. Wiggins surveying the floor. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Kennard, the pass to Mikhailuk. Now here's Griffin, guarded by Curry. And there's the pass to Mikhailuk. Clock at 6. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Thompson. Kennard's shot is off.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And it's good, 2 points.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
So it's the Pistons now. He dishes it to Henson to stop the drought, and John Henson with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Here's Wiggins. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 5 rebounds tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Snell kicks to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Doumbouya. Here's Henson. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Thompson. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Well, you have to be a fan of the way Kevon Looney plays, the former UCLA Bruin. He puts in the work on the defensive end, Doris, and it shows.
No doubt. He has evolved to be the kind of player who is often asked to guard the wings, sometimes even point guards. Just think back to last year's playoffs. He had to guard the likes of James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry. This guy is so gifted as a defender, and he's only getting started.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look here for Detroit. Akers checked in for John Henson. Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for Luke Kennard. And so he hits both. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a four-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals.
True.
This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about four-peat.
Here's Brown, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Brown the pass to Snell. Here's Wood. Shoots a fader. A second chance effort. Snell, no good. Here's Golden State. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Bowman passes to Thompson. Free throw line jump shot. The shot misses. And it's Detroit the other way. Brown against Curry. It's Brown on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Wood with the bucket.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Warriors have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Bowman, he's covered by Brown. Thompson inside the line. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Snell, guarded by Kerr. Knocked loose. Maker kicks to Snell. From deep. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And now a chance to check out Klay Thompson. The past month has been surreal. 5th in steals, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And back to what you said, top 5 in steals this year. Quick hands and great anticipation. Bowman, he's covered by Brown. Bowman passes to Curry. No good from outside. Pistons shooting only 21% from the field so far. Snell kicks to Maker. Comes up empty down low. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. It's good. Chris has got 8 points.
And such focus on these difficult finishes. Chris showing tremendous will fighting through the defense.
Chris has gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And Detroit has possession. Pass to Maker. Wide open. Misses off the left iron.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And now the Pistons, fast break. Brown's got the ball. Basket good. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. To the inside, Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
When Klay Thompson gets his game going, there's nobody in the league who's more dangerous to a defense. This guy, when his shot starts to fall, runs as hot as any player in the league.
And the first one drops. And with Klay, when he goes off for these huge games, Doris, sometimes he doesn't even dribble.
That's the amazing fact about Klay Thompson is a lot of his best games are all catch-and-shoot situations. His ability to be relentless in moving without the basketball and find the space. And do you know it only takes him 0.79 seconds to get his jump shot off?
Knocked away. And here they come. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Thompson's got 20.
Well, he gets bodied up and able to make the adjustment is Klay Thompson. Nice finish.
Detroit with the ball. And here is Doumbouya. Down low. Here's Wood. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Poole. 12 points for him. Here's Pascal. Bangs home the trifecta. Pascal's got 5.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
So it's the Pistons now, after the Warriors pick up 3. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Outside Rose. Shot clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. He's got 9.
Well, you love the attitude of Derrick Rose. You want to play great defense? No problem. I can still finish.
Thompson outside. Pass to Chris. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. The free throw drops for Rose. The Warriors making a switch here. Lee's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. MyLeague is checked in. Rose hits them both. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Bowman passes to Lee. Out to the right wing. Golden State needs to get off a shot. It's hauled in by Wood. And, well, Detroit shooting terrible so far in the second half, down around 26%. Brown dishes to Rose. And it's blocked. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Pistons shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. We've got Bender, and it's Bowman in at the 1. That's the Warriors 5. The shot by Knight, no good. Warriors shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. That one drops for him. Pascal's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Warriors. And the Pistons with possession here. Here's Galloway. Outside Knight. To the middle. Wood can't hit. And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Warriors' ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Lee passes to Bender. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And you got to love the unselfish play of Bender. When he sees a teammate wide open, he does not hesitate at all to whip the ball over to him.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And again, it's the Pistons missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Passes to Pascal. The shot out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Here's McCray. Now the pass to Wood. Fader on the way. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now here's Lee. Pass to Bender. And he drops it in from the low post. Bender's got his first basket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Outside Knight. Galloway taking his time here. Here's Wood. Pass to McCray. To end the drought. And it's off the back rim. No good.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Out to Lee. For the three. Warriors getting another chance here. Bender the pass to Pascal. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Maker. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more. Creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Passes it to Bender. To the wing right side. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Griffin's checked in for Wood. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And the basket by Pascal. Pascal's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Knight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, what a quick decision maker. Knight gets the defender on his heels, now goes to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Knight.
Great intangibles, guys. Very smart guy. He rocked a 4.0, did Knight, back in his days at Kentucky.
The Pistons making a change here. Henson's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Doris, in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats became the NBA's 30th team. When do you think we're going to see another team added, whether it's an expansion or even multiple expansion cities?
Well, let's go directly to the most important source, and that's Commissioner Adam Silver, who has said that expansion is inevitable, but right now not a huge priority. So, you know, listen, we've heard Seattle is on the short list of cities that wants to get a team, and what a great city, what a great NBA fan base. I hope someday we get back to Seattle.
So much history up there. You're correct. Now here's Knight. Here's Galloway. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. Galloway has got his first basket of the night.
Galloway just so explosive. He shines when the ball is in his hands in a pick and roll situation.
To the paint. Here's Bowman. Golden State moving it around. Pascal, the pass to Bowman. And the 3 ball is good.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
A nice shot by Knight.
This guy's got great size for a point guard. Explosive scorer. I mean, he can kill you inside as easily as outside. Knight is dangerous.
To the left wing. For three. Rebound by the Pistons. Henson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Oh, Griffin in position. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Yet another way Griffin beats you. Great body control going up over the top.
Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Lee outside. Smile-a-geek. And that one goes long. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more 3-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and 3-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Galloway hits both of them.
You know, it's amazing. Galloway completely unheralded before catching on with the Knicks. This is the guy who was the first ever call-up from their D-League affiliate, and he's showing he belongs.
Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And so Knight will bring it up for Detroit. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
One shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Doris, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Bowman, he's guarded by Knight. Now here's Lee. And the pass to Bowman. 5 to shoot. Here's Pascal. Defended by Henson. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Dragan Bender, he's checked in for the Warriors. Knight with it. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To the inside, Bender. And Bender throws it down.
Listen, we know Bender is a big-time threat to throw it down, given how quickly he gets to the rim.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Here's McRae. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Pass to Bowman. Clock at 6 from the arc. Some solid defense from Knight.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Galloway. Sinks the triple. Galloway has got 7 now in this quarter.
Now, this is just carryover from the excellent three-point marksmanship he showed at St. Joseph's. Galloway showing he can stretch it out to NBA range.
And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Knight wide open. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Pass to Bender. On the wing, Lee. 4 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Henson. He doesn't hit that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And oh, here we go. Knight, nobody back. And yes, it's good. Knight's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Bender. The pass to Bowman. The 3. And Henson pulls it down. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Klay Thompson.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Lee left side. Pass to Bowman. Lets the 3 fly. No good that time. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.